We do have a guest in the waiting room.
Oh,
Well, he's been a while since we've seen this man on the show. I'm glad to have him back. Shit, Mr. Kevin Castle.
yeah.
Hey, you guys hear me?
All right, Kev.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Uh,
It's been a
Kevin, don't
while.
call me
Hold on,
Frank
Kev.
Castle.
What's up, man? Happy 67th birthday to Fatty, man.
Man, I look good, though. Hey.
67. Let me tell you something. 67 is a very special birthday. It really is.
I look good. As long as I
Okay.
look good at 67, I'll be okay.
You
know?
look
Hey, you
good.
got all your hair.
You and Ted Danson, man, rock it very well. You look really good.
I enjoy the hair as long as I have it.
You're lucky you have it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well,
for
as
real.
long as I have it and it's not gray, I'm enjoying it. But eventually I'll have to let it go. You know, it's like oil, leave me, one of the two.
Nah, just get Just for Men.
There you go.
Just for Men.
I don't know.
You look like Drew McIntyre. Just
I've
tired.
heard
Ah.
maybe I fit. You could tell my hair is thinning, but it's not thinning bad. So it's like, shit, do I really want this much hair at 50? Because it's going to be gray eventually.
Well, you had a good run. You had a good run.
Look,
My
ain't
beard
nothing wrong with the
starting to
gray.
go
Look at me, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with gray hair at all. I mean, come
I
on.
look great, and I got gray hair. I got salt and pepper everywhere, bro. I look
Yeah.
fantastic. What are you talking about?
Well, hell,
Look
it
at
took
this
me to 22 to even start shaving. So you think I'm ready for gray? Most people, guys I knew were shaving at 13. I had to wait to 22 years old.
You went through puberty at 22.
Yeah. He hasn't gone through puberty
He's
yet.
5'2".
Oh, Jesus.
God, I
And I
wish.
started going gray.
Probably would have kept me out of a lot of trouble at the years before that.
Probably, yeah. Must have been hard to get into bars. Jesus.
No, it was.
Oh, well.
Oh God, I was 18. I looked like I was 14.
Wow.
True story, Kevin. We went to the zoo, me and some friends, and we were all of like 18 and everything. I
Mhm.
got in for 13 and under the price, and they had to pay the adult price, and they were pissed off. It was
Jesus
funny.
Christ.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Yep. Hey, I didn't look, no shame. I was like, yep,
Save me some money.
right. But yeah, I look very young for my age when I was like 18, 19 years old. People
That's
didn't
crazy. He
believe me.
goes out to dinner with his parents. His parents get the senior citizen discount, and he gets the kids meal.
Pretty much.
Jesus Christ. It's actually birthday today? It's your 50th?
No, it was Monday.
Oh, it's Monday. Okay. Happy belated.
Resurrection Day.
Insurrection Day. Happy Insurrection birthday.
No,
Resurrection.
that's the 20th, isn't it? Isn't that the 20th for you? The resurrection or the
Actually, I probably would have preferred it with that day, but I'm getting stuck with insurrection.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing when it happened on your birthday.
Right on his
It's
birthday,
hilarious.
too.
It was great.
I mean, I don't know how funny it was, but
Well, for Fatty, it was pretty funny. So,
I know.
oh no.
We're talking about perspectives here, man. I'm not talking about we were in DC.
Yeah.
So how have you been, Kev? It's been a while, my friend.
Yeah, I've been okay. I'm doing a lot better living in New York than if I'm in California. Is that fire background a California thing, or what is that? What's with
no.
the fire background?
No,
Oh,
it's just since the whole world is cold right now, including us down south. We're in
I thought the podcast was on fire. I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's fire everywhere I look. Holy
It's
shit.
time
Bring it
to
on.
burn the bitch down,
Oh, God, I almost got the extinguisher out. I'm like, is that my
It was a
computer?
good run while it lasted.
Yeah, no, it's nuts, man. I mean, I was saying before, I have so many friends in California I've been going back and forth with for the last 2 days. So I've been kind of almost preoccupied with that, where I kind of forgot about my own troubles because though regardless of anything, I mean, having a roof over your head, I think we can all agree, next to having your family members alive and well, having a roof over your head is like a big number two. You know what I mean? It's losing your place of residence and not knowing where you're going to lay your head at night. At our age and stage, I mean, even if I was 31, let alone 56, I'd be in panic mode right now. So I got a friend literally on the street right now with just his dog and his phone. That's all he's got. So it's terrible. It's terrible.
Damn.
I mean, people have been giving me even reports and stuff of how they're doing and where they're going, and it's a mess out there. The kid told me it's a real life Escape from New York, Escape from LA, like the fucking movie, but worse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nuts.
That's not good,
Especially
man.
because I've
That's
seen
not
some
good.
reports that the reservoir that was near there, 3.5 million gallons of water was drained due to maintenance a few days before the fire started, which
Insane,
makes
man.
absolutely no sense to me. I'm like, what kind of timing is that? Like, I don't want to be the Jeff Littman of here, but the conspiracies start to
Timing, that's
start
what
to
that
fly.
is.
Yeah, that's
You know, like,
Yeah,
come on, man. Like, that just seems weird.
Yeah,
The
there's nothing
timing's always
nothing anybody can say. I mean, it's even ridiculous to there's no sides to take as far as like politically. The only side to take is that this was a major fuck up, no matter who was in charge. And people got to be
Yep.
held accountable. There's no like winning team here. You're talking about something like 20,000 structures, houses, church, bars, clubs, restaurants, all burned down. It's going to take 10, 15 years to even get halfway back. They're about, I don't know if, and let's put it this way, in my lifetime, hopefully you guys live a lot longer than 20 years, but in my lifetime, from in 20, I don't even know if I'll live to see LA rebuilt. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take that long, that fucking long. This is not anything that's going to take, a couple of years, 2027, 28. You're getting into decades from now. And someone's got to be held accountable. It's those Santa Ana winds every year you hear about them, and they just were ill prepared for it. Nobody cuts their brushes and nobody does the maintenance in their housing structures like they're supposed to, because nobody citates anybody down there. They don't. All they do is bang you out for fucking taxes over there. They bang you out for all sorts of retail taxes, federal, state, all that shit. But they don't stay on. If you see the streets there, my brother Mike was just in LA not too long ago, and it's just homelessness everywhere. They don't give tickets out for even urinating on the sidewalk. So everything, they bang people out for ridiculous amount of taxes. And what do you get for it? You get a burned down property, and most people got their insurance pulled before this even happened. What a fucking what a fucking mess. I mean, really.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happens when the hurricanes hit down here. When the hurricanes hit down here, you get people that all of a sudden homeowners insurance doesn't get covered by rain or flood, and you're like, what?
Right.
But it's water. Like, what do you? That's like our major thing.
Yeah, it's act of God clause. But here's the thing about what they're finding out now about the fires. Like I said, I've been so in the story. I feel almost like I'm an investigator. I work for a newspaper now, where it's most likely the start of this was arson. So is that act of God when someone intentionally sets the fire? Well, it's an act of God because the person who did it was created by God. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What is an act of God? If someone purposefully, for vengeance, or just because they're a mental lunatic, starts a fire and it gets adjacent to everything else, you go to the source of where it starts, and it doesn't start with act of God. So it's going to be very interesting to see how insurances dance around paying out on this, if they pay out anybody at all.
Yeah.
Oh, people
They're
down
gonna do
here,
everything they can to not pay out.
after Katrina, people got ass raped here on insurance.
Oh yeah,
because they used the excuse, like Maximus was saying, the flood. The damage was caused by the flood waters, not by the actual hurricane, and that's how they were getting. They were giving people no money for their houses, like especially
talk
in
to the government because those levees broke.
How long was that area?
How long
was that area? Yeah, how long was that area messed up? Like literally until it was even halfway rebuilt. How many years did it take?
It's still there's still
I'm
parts of it that
actually
are.
I'm living in an area that was underwater, Chalmette. My house, where I'm sitting right now, and it was 10 feet water.
Wow.
10 feet underwater.
But it didn't take long. Once the water got out and they started clearing up, all the people did was gut the houses, and they used the same. I mean, like with the fire, it could be different because the shit's burned, but they were still using the frames of the houses. So all they were doing is getting up the drywall. I mean, a lot of the bricks and everything on the outside of the houses was still fine. Like my house, the bricks are the bricks that went through the flood. Hell, my air condition before they replaced it went through was underwater. A lot of shit was still working after it was underwater, believe it or not.
No, that's. I mean, yeah, it depends on if the foundation and the framing is damaged, but obviously, a fire is relentless. Water, water is kind of select sometimes what it'll damage, but a fire is just relentless. Anything that'll burn will burn, and that's why, that stuff was nonstop. Because as my friend was saying, there was flying debris with like flame on it, almost like someone throwing constant matches at you. You know what I mean? Like when someone flick a matchbook, you throw it on, and he says, and then take a hairdryer that's on hot medium and blow it on your face. And that's what it felt like. I mean, that's again, I got more embedded in this than I thought I would, because I realized like how many people I knew out in that area. Because you think that area, again, even I can't speak for you guys where you live, but here in New York, like, oh, rich people, and that's irrelevant whether it's rich people or not. I mean, as Candace Cameron was saying, it's not a, people think, oh, they can just go buy another house. That's their home where they've lived for 25, 30, 40 years, raised their kids, priceless heirlooms, family stuff. I don't know how rich people think rich are, but there's certain actors who just, they did a couple of movies, put their life savings into that house. Not everybody is fucking Cher or Madonna. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like, so,
Not everybody owns multiple houses.
no, and in a lot of those areas, like my friend was in a housing complex that got burned down. He works as a page in Hollywood studio. He makes maybe $300 a week. So it's like he lives with his brother. Like, and that's what he was telling me. Everybody in his foundation are like wannabe or upcoming actors or like commercial actors. They make no money. So I think everyone's on the guys. Mel Gibson, all these guys, they're rich. That's not the fucking point. And you think 20,000 fucking houses, they were all rich people in there? That was a section. And it's still, as we are talking, it's still going on, like in pockets throughout Los Angeles. I think half of LA will be burnt down by the time it's next week.
Oh, man.
It's like, what was it? Mandy Moore was she put up a GoFundMe about her family.
Yeah. There's a bunch of actors doing that.
For her family that lost their home, and people are like, "Well, you're rich, you should be able to do this, whatever." It's like, it's not even about me. It's about
when was the last hit song Mandy Moore had, by the way? When was like? I mean, I think people think that even royalties come in. I know for a fact, because I know guys who were in, made bands who were like, royalty checks and publishing isn't that much. It's not as much as people think when people use their song, unless they strike a deal with Toyota or IBM or something like that. Like, well, they get a few $100s for people to release their music. They don't get a lot. ASCAP takes like half of it. The publishing company, the artist doesn't get a lot. Again, unless you're on the level of a Madonna, on the level of a what's her name, the big shot, Taylor Swift. Those kind of people are set. But the people who are kind of like lower grade, they don't have as much as people think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, 2025 has been a hell of a start, huh?
Oh,
Terrorist attacks, wildfires. I mean,
It's
what's
fucking
next?
nuts.
Long year to go.
Everybody want to play some, make a pool?
No, let's not do that.
No,
I
let's
don't
not.
want to
No
do
more
that.
bingo
No.
cards.
Yeah, no offense, Chris, but January needs to go. I'm sorry, dude. Can't your birthday be February 2nd? Can't we work that out? Maybe?
Hey, that's a great day. I love that day.
Exactly.
That's my
February
birthday.
2nd. Is that your birthday?
That's a beautiful day.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
have two.
Groundhog's Day. Yeah.
Let's have 2 Februaries. We'll have 2 Februaries, and we'll just get rid of the
February.
January stink. Yeah.
Yeah. February 6th for you.
There you go. That's what's up.
Well, my sister's got a birthday coming up. We got
Tevin?
old
Boy
dirty,
Tevin?
yeah, old dirty
Yeah.
coming
Old
up.
Dirty Tevin. Yeah, his birthday.
Yeah,
His
so
birthday's like a week before mine.
No.
Who's the oldest on the show out of the 4 of you guys? Who's the oldest?
Me.
I think it's Frosty the Dirk man.
Yep, I'm the oldest.
How old are you, dude?
50.
Oh, okay. You're still young, man. I'm going to be 57 this year, so there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm getting up there.
Not that old. 57.
I'm a young 57 because I just pretend I'm younger.
Oh, there you go.
57 is the new 58. I don't know if you know that.
That's why we never see Kev. You see, it's always,
It's a mystery.
what you want Kevin to be.
You see my brother enough. There's a good example of a Scandano getting older. There you go. my brother's morphing into Uncle Junior from The Sopranos. So there you go.
Holy shit! I just finished rewatching that again.
Yeah, it's on now. HBO's rerunning The Sopranos like all week now. Yeah.
I thought it was trying to be Larry David with the beard and all, and the cardigan.
It could be. I think he thinks that's a compliment to my brother. I think he wants to be Larry David.
Yeah, he does.
I checked out that show because of John. I was like, I gotta see what the hoopla is about. I never watched it forever until like about a year ago, and I started watching. I'm like, this shit was pretty funny.
It is pretty funny, yeah.
You only saw it recently. It's been on for years. You only saw it recently.
Yeah,
really?
because I've never been a big TV show guy.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't like to make this an excuse. I suffer with ADHD, and if it don't really catch my attention, I'm checked out.
ADHD. Just take some Robitussin. That should fix it.
Yeah. I was one of the lucky kids in the 80s that got to take Ritalin.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
Ritalin was the joint, man.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I was,
That was the
I
good
remember
stuff.
Ritalin.
I was one of the Ritalin generation, you know?
I was Robitussin more than anything.
Well, the funny thing about that, they were giving that to everybody who couldn't sit still in class back then. Man. It was everybody.
No, it was Robitussin. Yeah,
Ritalin. Yeah.
Ritalin.
I was on that too. I was like 18. I was like, yeah, I'm not taking this anymore, bro.
My mom was old school. She's like, "You're on drugs." I'm like, "I know." The doctor put me. I'm like 9 years old. I'm being accused to be of a junkie and shit. It's like, what the fuck?
What was that? That was in
I
the
just need a
80s.
hit.
That was in the
Yeah.
80s or 90s. 80s.
No, 80s. I had to be around 8, 9 when they had me on it.
I just need
Yeah, I
another
think I
hit.
remember when that came out. Yeah, the 70s. 70s. You were shit out of luck because they just thought you were fucked up and kicked you out of class. That was it. They didn't even look into it. They just basically sent you home.
Yeah, and I had a teenage sister that's Kevin's age. So she was like 15, 16, pain in my ass. I had to deal with all like Adam Ant and
Adam Ant.
God, Prince shit and Michael Jackson shit. And,
Oh Jesus.
yeah, well, she did introduce me to Motley Crue. I'll give her that.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Hey, what's wrong with Motley Crue? Shot the devil. Ain't nothing wrong with that album.
Molly Crew now.
anything
That's a
was
different
wrong.
story.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's
just
a whole different.
Oh, good Jesus!
God.
Vince Neil doesn't even try anymore. He just.
No, he doesn't.
Oh my God, horrible.
You still got a
Have you
cast
seen any
on?
of the videos of him performing and they put like captions on it to see what he's saying?
Yes. So ridiculous. So
I'm
ridiculous.
like, what the fuck did he just say?
I love my Dr. Feelgood every now and then.
That's why you got to give Iggy Pop love, bro. He always stayed the same shape, no matter what.
Heroin does that to you. Yeah.
He was on something.
If it doesn't kill you, it'll make you like that. It'll make you like Keith Richards or Iggy Pop.
I was
Oh,
getting ready to say
man,
Keith
no mad
Richards.
respect for Keith Richards.
He's gonna be the last man standing.
He's gonna be.
The drugs will have to wear off before he drops.
I think they're still going to tour the Rolling Stones at 90 or whatever they are now. It's just insane.
They just played the Jazz Festival. Was it last year, Gary? I think it was.
I think it was
last
2
year,
years
before-
ago.
Or yeah,
Just-
the year before
It was
that.
last year, or the year before, something like that. But it was recent.
Yeah, they played the
And it's
Jazz.
just
From what I heard,
Richard
everybody said
and,
they
Mick
did
Jagger,
good.
right?
They can't be any worse than
Well,
Motley Crue.
Right. I don't know. Wasp is pretty bad themselves. I've seen some footage of Wasp. Blackie Lawless God. He is just like, dude, come on.
They were
Just
just
get-
in New York a couple of weeks ago.
Go some jeans and a t-shirt, bro, at least, you know?
Okay.
What's his
Oh.
render leather and all the copies and all that shit?
I don't think so, but he may have to just to get people to come. He's pretty bad too. And he admits, he's like, hey, I use backup recordings. Like, great.
Hey.
Thanks for ruining it. We already knew about Paul Stanley. Come on.
You know, it was still very good in concert. I don't know if any of you guys ever seen, but even at his age, mid-70s, Alice Cooper puts on a good concert still.
I've never seen
That's what
Alice
I've heard.
Cooper,
I've
but
heard
I'm
that.
sure
Yeah,
he's
he's
good.
I've seen him alive.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's really good, and he's always got great players with him. He's always got great band people. But yeah, for mid-70s, nothing's recorded, everything's natural. He's about as good as
Oh.
you can get for someone his age.
Okay.
That's awesome.
They're
Alice Cooper.
rolling
Like the-
Ozzy out in a fucking wheelchair now.
Mm.
Oh, that's true.
Let's
That's
go
another one you have to put
crazy.
subtitles underneath.
Wait, what?
He's just fucking mumbling.
No,
But that's another one
Ozzy
you
can
have to put-
sing. No, Ozzy could always sing. Clearly, it's his talking. He can't understand shit. They used to be a parody. They used to parody that on Saturday Night Live all the time. Ozzy could sing his ass off, but he cannot talk for shit. It's like James Brown. James Brown couldn't talk for shit, but man could sing his ass off.
That's true. No, this is true.
That is true, though.
Know who's still holding up well, or at least fairly well?
D. Snyder.
Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah,
Still
me
going
too.
strong, fairly.
He was just in New York a few weeks back. We had actually, after they played, we had the New York after party for the Iron Maiden show at the club I work at.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
had,
okay.
we had an Iron Maiden tribute band play like right after, so it was kind of weird to go and see the real thing, then you come see an imitation. But believe it or not, it was packed the fuck out. We're only a few blocks away from the arena, so it kind of anytime there's a big band that plays there, whether it's Slipknot or Hatebreed, or we always have like the after party because we're like the metal bar like in the area. So, but yeah, Maiden. Everyone said it was a great show. So yeah, Maiden still puts on a great show. There's still some of the old guys that put on a good show. Metallica, I think, still, in my opinion, still puts on a good show. A lot of people like to hate on them, but I think Metallica's still as good as they ever were.
I'm
I don't
still
actually
holding
believe
out.
in
I got
Metallica.
my fingers fucking crossed for Pantera to come here. God damn it!
Oh, you haven't seen. You haven't seen.
No, I'm told I'm like if he does not bring it here, I'm not going. This is the
Yeah,
only
why wouldn't
place.
they go to that area? Don't they? They're
Yeah.
rich in that area. Yeah.
My really beliefs on it. I really believe that this is going to be the last couple stops. Us in Texas. I'm taking that. I'm
Yeah, I would
believing that
think
in my
so.
heart. That's
I
why
would
he's
think so.
saving the best for last. You know,
Yeah.
You
because
think
he
so?
knows. Phil knows. I mean, Phil still lives down. He lives across the lake. I mean, everybody knows where he lives.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's that you know,
He
they're
knows.
in Texas, so big markets for them.
Yeah, being from NOLA and the OG Dime and Vinny being from Texas, you got to finish up in those two spots, man.
And the only couple times they've ever come here now, I mean, the 2 times I seen him was 94 and 96. And
Wow,
now,
that long?
yeah,
30. If you haven't seen them in 30 years?
no.
Wow.
And well, what they broke up in what 2000,
Yeah.
and that was
something like
it.
that.
So I mean, I was always hoping for a reunion, and I mean, then shit, it's been what 20 years now since Dimebag got killed. I mean, it's like
Did you
shit.
Oh,
see?
man.
Did you see those guys in their individual projects like Hell Yeah and stuff like that, or
The Damage Plan, that was about
Damage
it.
Plan?
But
Yeah.
Phil a little bit more because it was a local thing. Like he's had so many. I mean, Down's a given.
Right.
He had even a crazy one. I think it was necrophilia or some shit like that. It was like
Super Joint
real
Ritual.
Yeah.
super
Superjoint
joint
Ritual. Yeah,
ritual. I mean, he's been in so many fucking bands. It's not even fun. He was in one with Hank Jr. Oh no, Hank Third, Hank Three. He was in a band with him.
Right.
But yeah, he's been in so much shit. I mean, of course, Down and that and Pantera's the one he's the most famous for.
Yeah.
Shit, I seen Down at their first show when that album first came out.
And Zach Wild does a great job, like doing a kind of, I wouldn't say an impersonation of Dimebag, but he's on the same level. I mean, he's equally as good in my opinion. So
Oh, that's always been the consensus pick. I mean, I was one of them. It had to be Zach. Now the drum, I mean, no one expected Vinny to die. I mean, honestly, everybody thought
yeah.
that would happen before Vinny died, but
No, Charlie Benate's good. I mean, the Anthrax isn't really doing anything. So, I mean, he's a decent drummer. Probably if anything underrated.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, most of those Anthrax. Look at Scott Ian still. You find him on some video playing a guitar somewhere.
Yeah.
Shit, the one we're all surprised about down here right now is I don't know if you heard Acid Bath's going to get back together.
No, I didn't know
What?
that. I didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah.
Mike Sanchez, Dax Riggs, and Sammy Duet are the three. As of right now, Jimmy Kyle's not in it, but of course they had to get another bass player. But yeah, they're playing. Right now they're on 2 festivals. And it's
wow,
like
okay.
big news down here because Acid Bath was huge down here, big time.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll play New York down here. It'll be interesting to see what club they play though.
And yeah, I'm assuming they'll play it. They gotta play it. I would be shocked if they didn't play here at some point.
Yeah.
Because they have a big following down here. I mean, I've seen them at least 20 times. I'm in one of their videos, for Christ's sake. You can't see me, but I'm in the video when they were
really?
filming. Yeah. There was at the club we used to all go to, the metal club. And when they were like, we were filming, it was on a Sunday. We all went there. They pretty much played a show. That's all it was. They were playing a show. Yeah.
That's how I used to do it back in the day.
Yeah, I can't. It's one of their only videos they had. Nami Kanumi. I can't think of the name of it. But how's business? How is business for y'all up there? Okay.
What, in the club?
Yeah.
It's going pretty good. I mean, we were off this weekend. Everyone got that stupid Omicron stomach thing that's going around New York. Half the staff was out this week with a weak stomach virus or whatever it is. That's what it's called.
Jesus.
I just actually learned what it was called, Omicron. I couldn't remember the name of it.
I thought you were talking about the Transformers for a second.
No,
No.
I said bartender's out with Abercrombie and Fitch. I knew that wasn't the actual thing. But Omicron, I finally, my mother schooled me on it before. She goes, it's called Omicron. I'm like, all right, Omicron. Yeah, no, everyone, yeah, it's basically a stomach virus. It's nothing that's landing anybody in the hospital or anything. But obviously, working with food and beverage, you're not allowed to work until you're fully cleared of it. You can't come to work while you're in the throes of it, so you got to take off. So yeah, we canceled our events this weekend just to be on the safe side. I'm going to regroup and start back up next week with shows on the regular. So it's kind of a forced vacation, but it's right after the holidays. And again, January is just that kind of month. It's kind of no offense, Chris, a downtrodden, dark, despair month with nothing but horrible, horrible things.
None taken.
And your birthday. and the Netflix debut of Monday Night Raw, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Real
did some
quick,
numbers.
it's something I do want to ask Kevin. How's it feel to be back with Don Tony, man?
It's been great. I mean, it's actually no complaints at all, zero. I mean, it's probably been as good as when we started in 2007 doing audio shows, then became, of course, what was internet radio, we called it back then. Then it became podcast when someone came up with the term around, I guess, 2012, 2013. But yeah, no, it's been great. I mean, he's just changed in general. And that's what really needed to happen, and that's what happened. He got married. He married a good woman, and you guys know, you go one way or another with your marriage. You marry a good woman, good things happen. You marry a bad woman, your attitude reflects it, and his attitude reflects a good marriage, and a healthy marriage, and a woman who's like just as kind of does things appropriately and respectful, and is not going to put up with any shit, and changed him like literally as a person. Because people don't even realize, like, I had conversations with him off the air, phone calls, online calls, where we had talks well before I even accepted his offer to come back. And even the deal that he made me was above what I thought he would make me. Equal partners on everything. I sign off on everything. I have a say in absolutely everything we do, from designs to everything, which was not the case the last time I was on that show. I was basically an on-air talent, and that was it. I mean, Chris knows that. And this time around, it was like full bore, 50-50 everything. If there's a dime, you get a nickel, I get a nickel. And that wasn't the case last time. And now it is, and I got it all in writing, and everything's professional and proper. And I got no complaints. And that's the whole thing. And I'm coming back. I mean, because I had to deal with a lot of people who were like doubting Thomas's and kind of putting in my, you got to do this, got to do that. And everything was done. And he offered all that. I didn't even have to ask for it. It was all sent to me. I'll show you this. And here's this to look at. And you can look at these receipts. Again, this is a different guy. And I think I definitely give props to his wife, who actually was one of the people who wanted him to make things right with me. 4 years went by real fast. I say this all the time because people are like, oh, you think it's enough time has gone by. And I say, you guys can think about this too when I put it this way. Are you the same guy, all you guys, going into high school as a freshman? You the same dude when you come out as a senior 4 years later? No.
Nope.
No.
You're not. And that even holds true for older guys. It's like starting your first year. You're going into the military your first year. That's why they sign you up for a 4-year stint. You go in, you're not the same guy. You come out, you're either more confident or you're more fucked up than ever. But you 4 years of me and him apart, it didn't even wasn't like made me appreciate going back. But I had done stuff on my own. Chris knows I started my own podcast. I launched another thing with Baseball Chicky, which was successful. And to me, I could have latched more onto that because let's be honest, there's more of a lure of seeing a sexy female partner with a rocking body than some middle-aged man, frumpy guy.
Then again, y'all weren't even completely cut off because he was still recording the Castle Chronicles, wasn't he?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't with him anymore. No, I was on the Patreon. I always stayed on the Patreon because we had a
Patreon. Yeah, that's what
deal.
I meant. Yeah.
But as far as the mainstream show, no, I was on my own. I'm my own producer for my own show. And again, also that was another thing. When I went on my own, I led my own show and I wrote it, did the topics, did the subject matter, recorded it. I kind of learned that side of it too, which I didn't bother to do when I was with him. So I kind of walked in his shoes. He walked in mine. And when he reached out to me a year ago to get back together, and he gave me the pitch, and we had a series of conversations before we even went public with it. I was good with everything. And here we are a year later, and things couldn't have been better. We had just had documented the #1 podcast t-shirt seller on Pro Wrestling Tees. We even got a email from them congratulating us. We have the most t-shirts sold out of any podcast the whole year for 2024. Oh yeah, we sold a ton of shirts.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, getting royalty checks from merch stuff was unknown to me. I mean, it was almost like a fucking, like, is this serious? Getting this like in my email, and I was like, This is
feeling like you're finally getting that check from Vince in the 80s.
no, but it wasn't even about the amount. It was about the recognition, and it was about like being legitimate. You know what I mean? It wasn't even about the amount. Like the amount was decent. It wasn't anything life changing, but even to know that, and that like, wow, everything is happening as Anthony said it was going to happen if we got back together. That was the main thing, because you guys know it too. Even if you get back with your lady or whatever, it's going to be different. We're gonna respect each other. We're going to do this, and then like 2 weeks later, you get a frying pan thrown at your head. So it's like, you're like, this woman has not changed. So it's when you turn around, you go, wow, a year, no animosity, no sharpshooting each other. Matter of fact, more respect than ever. Even getting time off. Oh, you don't feel good? So, dude, take time off. I'll cover the show tonight. No problem. Used to be like, you can't make it. Fuck, man. What the fuck? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now it's like, hey, dude, don't even worry about it. And also, I think another thing that people don't know, I myself have too, being an upper middle-aged man. Me and Anthony have gone through some like medical shit on both of our sides. His was a little bit more serious than mine. I'm not going to, keeping his privacy with his medical shit. But I think that gives you like a come to Jesus moment, that you got to really, the time to change and be a better person is now and not wait. You know what I mean? So I think that hit us too. We're both upper middle age. We're losing a lot of family members, friends, and we're just like, yeah, we got to be better to each other. And that was what it was. And again, I got no complaints, zero. Like I couldn't even make something up if I even tried, and I wouldn't want to anyway. But so yeah, we're gonna have our anniversary show coming up on February 2nd, the night after the Royal Rumble on YouTube. The YouTube shows have been great, but the merch thing, I think, just made me feel like just there was some like just justification and just some getting some recognition from like mainstream stuff. And I gotta be quite honest with you, it was kind of fun to know that podcast, even though they do bigger numbers than us, that we outsold them merch 3-1 was sweet as fuck. I gotta be honest with you. It really was.
I know. Thank God your shirt's back in the store. I need a new one.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's everywhere. Yeah. It's everywhere. Because we had a bad we had a bad out with pro wrestling tees. That was mainly because of me. But just talking shit about them 4 years ago. But now everything, you realize that you can bring the band back together, and it could be for the right reasons. It's certainly like, we were never a big money making podcast anyway. Make some decent money at best. It's a good side hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's a good side job. My regular job, Anthony's regular job is insurance. My regular job is the club business. But this is about as good as a side job as you can get, and we're good at it. So we'll do it as long as we want to. And it's been fun. And I told them if it's not fun again, we won't have a falling out. We'll just go our separate ways. And that's what we agreed to as well. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. But it's been a lot of fun. And even to see us back in the rankings next to shows like Jim Cornette, Chris Van Vliet, Solo Monster, it's cool because for a long time, we both were not ranking anymore. Because when we went our separate ways, we lost a lot of fan base. We had to rebuild again,
You know what that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun, but it's kind of we recapture it a little bit, little by little.
That's how cool Kevin Castle is. We're a bunch of nobodies, and he comes out and
I didn't feel
out with us.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I thought Chris was 67, so I didn't want to not be here for one of his final birthdays. So I didn't need that on my conscience.
And the check cleared too.
The check. No, I was gonna come on regardless because once I even knew that I was off tonight, I'm like, yeah, no, I'll definitely come on. And I told Chris if I could come on. I'm not even like that. I mean, I haven't been on another podcast in well over a year. I haven't been on any.
Oh. I know. I've been telling you, come on, I'm going to bring you on. And you're like, all right, set a date, and something happens. Like even in November, we had something planned, and something major happened. I mean, the other guys know, but something major happened. You and you have to talk because we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah, no, we haven't caught. Caught in a while.
And I just didn't want to have guests on. It was just fun. I even like Gary just do the show. Like, look, y'all do the show. I'm not even going to show up tonight.
Yeah, no, things happen, and good thing you have a good partner, with Derek and the guys. You guys cover each other. And that's what me and Anthony do too, and the same thing with Wrestling Soup. I'm still on Wrestling Soup, doing every Wednesday with Mission Joe. That was another thing. I told DT I'm not quitting that show. I have a commitment to them. He's like, yo, do it, no problem. Watch now that I'm on this show, this will be the catalyst that caused the falling out with me and DT. You were on that motherfucking show. What? No,
well, actually, I don't. Well, I
love that show. It's a good show.
I kind of made peace with them. I'm back on the Patreon.
No, it seems no. I'm just joking about that. But
I
I'm just
was
saying that,
like,
yeah.
look, because I had to send him a message through Patreon to get back
on the
on
thing.
the
Yeah.
thing. And I'm like, we cool, and bygones be bygones, and go everything. I'm back on, even though I don't get on as much because I mean y'all on later. I'm already in bed.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame. It's a late
because
show.
you're 67. So
And
yeah.
you are 67.
Yeah, you're 67 now. Don't do it.
And I
gotta get
clean
your-
the pool for a
You
living.
got to get up in time for the Today Show.
Yeah,
But
7 o'clock comes around early.
yeah, no, that
Surprised
was
you're
the
awake
other
now.
7 o'clock. You mean 7 o'clock? What time you get up? I'm up at 4:30. What are you talking about, sir?
I get up early
I'm
now
talking about
too.
at
I
night.
mean, I only sleep like 4 hours anyway. I only need like 4 hours.
I do find out that as I'm getting older, I'm that alarm clock in my head just rings even if it's not on.
Yeah, no, yeah, I have the
Yeah, I got
internal alarm clock too. Yeah, that's or I just get woken up just in general. I became a light sleeper. I used to be a heavy sleeper, but now I'm a light sleeper as I got older. But
Yep.
I got to run, guys. I got some other stuff I got to take care of, but I'm glad I got to come on for a little bit.
Oh,
I'm glad
thank
you-
you,
All
my
right. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
Kevin.
Appreciate it.
Now we're
Yeah,
gonna get together soon and do another one like where we have more time and rap about some shit.
yeah, no, absolutely, man. And you guys continue doing
y'all.
your absolutely, man. I wish you guys the
No,
best.
yeah, New
And
York.
be careful with
y'all had a
Omicron Prime.
hurricane and terrorist attack. We've had hurricane and terrorist attack.
Yeah,
We got a lot
tornadoes.
to talk about.
We just need some
Absolutely.
fires and we'll be fine.
Absolutely, and as you're getting older, I can give you some advice next time we talk on what the best Bday rub is for your back and all that stuff.
Icy hot, baby.
Icy hot. Icy hot.
If it's good enough for Shaq,
Tiger
Yeah, I'm
Bomb,
gonna
baby.
say Shaq. I'm all about the Shaq guy. I think his word.
I'm sorry.
Icy hot.
The only thing about that stuff is when they got to make the unscented thing because it gets all over your
I agree.
sheets and it's a fucking bitch, man. When that shit gets all over your furniture, it's
Mhm.
horrible. It's a fucking horror show. But thank you again, guys. I appreciate it. Have a
Thank
good
you,
show, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Chris,
All right.
Eric, all you boys, take care, man.
All right,
You
Take
too.
it easy again.
Peace.
ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Castle of the Don Tony Kevin Castle Show.
The
Go check
great
him
Kevin
out.
Castle.
That was cool.
Anyway, you hear a
Frosty the
podcast,
Derrick man.
YouTube, they're on.
Okay.